So, hello everyone. This is part 1 of our DSA with Python playlist. Okay, in previous video, we have discussed about the syllabus. Like what are the things we are going to cover throughout this playlist. So, in last video, we have discussed this syllabus. What will be the chapters? Okay, so let's take first chapter, which is Introduction to Data Structure and Algorithm. Okay, so chapter 1 is what? Introduction to Data Structure and Algorithm. Right? So what happens, for example, when we solve any coding problem, whenever we solve any programming problem, okay, so what we do generally, what mistake students do, they they read the problem and they try to write the program. If you will read the problem and if you will write the program directly, this is not the correct way. Okay, this is not actually efficient way, means you are escaping many steps. So what should be the correct way? What should be the correct way? The correct way is, first, if problem is there, what you will do? You will convert that problem into idea. Okay, you will read that problem effectively and you will convert that problem into what? Idea. Right? Then idea converted into what? Algorithm. Your idea will convert into algorithm. Right? Then algorithm 2, you will convert algorithm into what? Flowchart. Right? And flowchart converted into program. Right? And this program converted into what? Output. Okay, so these are the steps we have to follow in between. Right? These are the steps we need to follow. Okay, first problem is there. Okay, from problem, convert problem into idea and convert that idea into algorithm and convert that algorithm into flowchart, and after that write the program and output. If you're writing like if the problem statement is very less, means it is easy problem, in this case you can write directly program. But problem is big, means problem statement is big, so you can't directly write the program. Okay, so you have to break down the problem into further steps. Right? I hope you are understanding this flow. Right? Now let's discuss what is algorithm. Okay, what is algorithm? Actually, it is not theory based playlist. We will write the program as well. We will solve the problems, okay, DSA problems. But before starting the DSA problem, you should know the basics. Okay, basics and fundamentals, we can say it is really important. If you will skip this, means you will skip all the story. So that's the reason I don't want to skip basics. Okay, that's the reason we are starting with theory, but we will jump into program as well. Right? So what is an algorithm? The simple definition is what? Algorithm is nothing but a step by step procedure. Okay, or we can say it is a step by step process to solve a problem. Okay, if you are solving a problem step by step, so that is known as what? That is known as algorithm. Right? That is called as algorithm. Right? For example, what will be the example of algorithm? What will be the example? So example, you can take example, like for example addition of two numbers. Let's take basic example, addition of two numbers. Okay, so what should be the algorithm for this? What should be the algorithm for this? First one, read. Okay, read A and B. We are just writing steps. Okay, it is not actual code or something. So this is what? Steps only. Okay, read A and B values from the user. Okay, and what is the second step? Second step is compute. What we have to do? We have to compute this calculation in order to get the result A plus B. Compute A plus B, right? And store inside C. Store inside C. Right? Okay, next what we have to do? Print. Okay, print A, comma, B, right? And C values. Okay, so this will become what? Out. When you print the values of each variable, it will become variable. So this is the simple definition, and this is what simple example of algorithm. Okay, this is how we write a step-by-step procedure for algorithm, right? Now let's understand what is flowchart. Okay, so what is flowchart? Let's understand. Flowchart. Okay, so flowchart is what? What we can say? This is what? A pictorial. What we can say? A pictorial representation of an algorithm is called as flow chart. Okay, so this is a basic definition of flowchart. Okay, so means you understood like what is algorithm. Okay, what is flowchart? So how we design the flowchart? Okay, how we can design the flowchart? So let's see how we design the flowchart. Let's see. So for example, first what we will do? First what we will do? We will start. We will write the start point. Okay. Okay. So our flowchart will start from here. Start. Okay. After that, okay, this is the starting point. After that, it will take input. Okay. Input. So in input, what we required? Input number one and number two. It required two inputs. Okay. Input means num1 and num2. Okay, we require two inputs. After that, after input, once you done with inputs, then what we have to do? We have to go to the next step. And what is the next step? Next step is compute. Okay, next step is what? We will calculate the sum. Okay, sum equals to num1 plus num2. Right, after that, what we will do? Once we got the sum, once we done with calculation part, after that we will print. Okay, what we will do? We will print. What we have to print? We will print sum. Right? So after this, what will happen? It will terminate the program. Right? We can say end. This is end of the code. So this is how we create the flowchart. Okay, a start point. Okay, then take whatever input required to your program. Take all the necessary inputs, then evaluate that inputs. Okay, and it will produce a result. Okay, after that print the result, and it will end the code. So this is flowchart. This is how we create flowchart, right? So I hope you're understanding what is flowchart, what is algorithm. Okay, so algorithm is what? A step-by-step procedure to solve the problem. Whereas flowchart is what? Flowchart is pictorial representation of an algorithm. Okay, whatever steps you have written, this is what? This is a pictorial representation of that steps. Right? I hope you are understanding this. After that, let's understand the implementation part. Okay, now let's see the implementation part. Implementation part means once you clear with algorithm and flowcharts, then you can start implementation. Means implementation means you can start writing code. Okay, so let's see what is implementation. Okay, implementation. So once if the statement is clear, when the statement is clear, we can develop an implementation right? We can develop an implementation for the given problem by seeing algorithm, and flowchart, right? Once you're done with flowchart and algorithm, means once you're done with flowchart and algorithm, you can come to the implementation part, correct or not? Okay, so implementation done after algorithm and flowchart, right? And for example, what will be the implementation of this? This is the algorithm of adding two numbers, right? And this is flowchart for adding two numbers, right? And what will be the implementation part? Okay, so let's see. I'm taking example to add two numbers. Okay, so see, first what we will do, we will take a. Suppose I'm taking a equals to what? Integer input. Okay, with the help of input, we will take the input from the user. And why I am writing int? Because this input will return a string input. Okay, so that string number we will convert into what? Integer. That's why we are writing. And here we will give message to the user. What message we will give? Enter a value. Okay, this is a Python code I'm writing, right? Because this is playlist DSA with Python. So I hope you understand Python little bit, right? And we will take second input. Okay, and we will give message to the user, enter b value, right? And after that, once we done with input, what we have to do? We have to compute our input. Okay, so how we will compute our input? We will write c equals to a plus b. Okay, and after that, what we will do once our computation is done means we will print our output. So print means we will write here with the help of f string. Why I am writing f string? So that I can print message along with variables data. Okay, I want to print variable data with message. So what I will say, a is equals to what? A is equals to what? We will display a value. B equals to, okay, b equals to means we will display b value, b variable value. Okay, here b is what? B is what? String. But here b is what? Variable, right? And we will say, and the result is what? Result is what? Result is C, because result containing by C, right? I hope you're understanding. So this is how we implement this program, right? Okay. Now see. Okay. Now the next thing is what? Advantage of algorithm. Okay. So what are the advantages of algorithm? Okay. So what is the advantage of algorithm? We will see in next lecture. Okay. In next part, I will cover these advantages of lecture. Okay. Don't miss the basics. Okay. Once you're strong with basics and fundamentals, then you will be able to write problem. Like you will be able to implement the problems, right? You will understand the problem and also you will be able to write the code. So don't skip the message. So that's all for today. Thank you everyone for watching this video.